Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to a new episode of my weekly playlist series. We've made it to another Friday, which means it's time for me to share with you the games I have been playing during the week. I'll let you guys know my thoughts and opinions on the games, whether I think you guys should check them out or not. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts on the games I share with you today. And also, I would like to hear about the games you guys are playing, as that gives me great ideas and new games to check out. And I do appreciate everyone who each week shares the games they're currently playing. You guys have got me interested in a lot of games. And if you maybe have a suggestion on a game you think I should check out, let me know. I'm always looking for suggestions for new games to check out. This week I have not had a whole lot of time for gaming as I've been pretty busy doing other stuff, but there are two games I've been working on playing. One is an Xbox 360 Xbox Live Arcade title, and the other one is a demo for the Xbox One, Xbox Series consoles. And I've been checking out. We'll start off with the demo, and it is a game called Wolong Fallen Dynasty. It's a brand new game coming out from Koei Tecmo. It actually came out today, March 3rd, and it is a Souls-like game, so kind of like your Dark Souls and Elden Ring and stuff like that. A very, very difficult game where you have enemies that respawn, and it's compared to like Sekiro, but even more difficult than Sekiro. A really difficult game. Let's take a look at Wolong Fallen Dynasty. Alright guys, today we're taking a look at the Wolong Fallen Dynasty demo that was released recently by Koei Tecmo. This demo is only running through the end of March, so March 20th is the last day you can play it, and after that it won't be accessible again, as they're just giving a little taste of their game. It's actually being released on March 3rd. Pretty interesting demo. And the game definitely looks like it's going to be really good, but it is a fairly difficult game, as this plays like a Souls game. People compare it to like Sekiro, but even harder, and definitely is difficult. It has a cool story, as this takes place during the Three Kingdoms era. So your Shu and Wu and Wei, and it's actually taking place right now. The story is during the Yellow Turbans. And so you play as a nameless warrior, and this demo starts out in a village. Have several RPG elements into the game as well, where you can adjust your various equipment. And the more equipment you wear, obviously will affect your character's weight and how you move, as far as attacks and stuff. There are accessories you can find. You do have these Dragon's Cure Pot, which are kind of like Estus flasks, and again, like other games that are similar, like the Elden Ring and Dark Souls and stuff, enemies will respawn when you rest at these flag areas where you can stick your flag in. You can level up your character. You can also unlock wizardry spells, because there is magic in the game, and it has to do with some demons and stuff. So in ancient China, mixed with some mythology and stuff. So I'll show you guys some of the combat. Now, if you can actually beat this demo, you can actually unlock some in-game content when the full game comes out. But this game is definitely not easy. You can see how easily you can get injured from enemy attacks. But it's pretty cool. You also have you know, your inventory stuff you can get through, your different skills, wood virtue, fire virtue, earth virtue, metal virtue, and water virtue, which all affect your various stats that you play as. You also have things you can do, your like show your battle thing. You got your tutorial that you can go through that talks about, you know, how to play, and then you have your spirit gauge, which has that level of 10, and as you kill enemies, your spirit gauge goes up. And there's different enemies you'll encounter who have different spirit gauges. If they have a higher spirit gauge than you, they will do more damage to you, and they'll be harder to kill. And you can fix that by attacking enemies and killing them. Like this guy has a 6, so I'm above him at 10. You can also do some stealth stuff too if you sneak behind a guy. And you can do some stealth stuff as well, sneak behind enemies if they're not aware of you, and you can do devastating attacks on them. And some enemies will drop random items that you can use. And as you play this demo, it will give you a little tutorial on how to play the game. So I can rest there. And every time you kill enemies, you do earn experience that you can then use to level up your character. Show you guys like a stealth attack here. You can lock onto enemies. And you can do devastating attacks there when they're not paying attention. And as you kill more enemies, you know, I'm getting my spirit bar up, which is making me stronger. And so just like other Souls games, if I was to run up here and rest, you know, I can see how much I need to level up. I have 2100, but I need to get to 66. The enemies down here will have a respawn, and it also will refill your health as well. And there are a variety of weapons as well you can unlock. So you saw him do that super attack. Because I wasn't able to deflect it in time, he actually stole some of my spirit bar. Now if an enemy kills you, you'll have to go back and kill that enemy to get your stuff back that you lost to him, like in other Soul-type games. So it's a really interesting game. I've been having fun playing through this demo. I've played it for several hours. I've been having a difficult time with the first boss of this demo, as he is extremely difficult. Now I'll show you guys a little the battle against him. And you can see as I've got my spirit bar up, I actually do damage a lot quicker to the enemies, and their damage is not as much to me. So it's important to keep up your spirit bar by killing enemies, and sometimes you have to grind. Now, this demo is free to download for anybody. Just know that it is an online-only demo, meaning you can only play it as you're connected to the internet, and after the 20th it'll stop working. But it's definitely one of these games I do plan to eventually buy. It's extremely difficult, especially against this boss here that I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to try again. I've tried many times, and I just die a lot. You can also unlock different wizardry spells, which I'm doing to level up my character. And just like in these kind of games, you have...
Protect you from further harm. Tend to your wounds while you can.
So a lot of this game does come down to timing and being able to deflect at the right time. And if you can get his meter red like that, you can actually do a super attack to him. Bam. And he got me. You can just see how difficult. Now since he beat me, he depleted my spirit bar down to 10, so if I jump back in the battle again, it'll actually give me some of my spirit points back into the battle with him. But that's who I have been stuck with. But it really just comes down to your own skill level and stuff, as this game is just really difficult. But I found it really interesting, and it's definitely one that I'm going to look forward to eventually buying and playing the full game. I'm not sure if I'll be able to beat the demo by the end of March, so I can unlock that in-game content, but I did read that you can still unlock that content in the actual game if you aren't able to beat this demo, which some people beat this demo with like 0 hits and stuff. It's just really difficult and one that I'm going to have to practice with, but I've been having a lot of fun, and I just thought you guys might enjoy taking a look at the demo for Wolong Fallen Dynasty. An interesting Souls-like game, very difficult, but it's got great graphics, music is good, voice acting, it's got an awesome character creation. You can really create the character, changing the face and the model and skin tone, and you can be a male or female, and eye color, and all kinds of customization for your character that they have in these kind of games. Definitely you guys should check out the demo for Wolong Fallen Dynasty, and then eventually would recommend checking out the full game when it's out, because it does look really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that look at Wolong Fallen Dynasty. It's a really brutally difficult game, but I actually like the setting and the premise and everything. It's really awesome. It's a fun action RPG, just really difficult, so I have to work on like my timing and stuff. It's really big on doing counter attacks and deflecting enemy attacks and stuff, and you guys have saw in that gameplay, I'm still stuck on that first boss in the demo, who's very, very difficult, especially when he gets to his second stage, because the bosses do have multi-stages to them where they get even more powerful. And it can be really difficult. There is a little tutorial area that I didn't show that you can actually go to, which will help you further with playing the game. I definitely recommend checking out the demo before it's gone by the end of March 28th. And if you are able to beat that demo, you will actually unlock some in-game content for the actual game when you actually play the full release game. So it's really difficult. So maybe not everybody might enjoy that demo. But I would recommend checking out for yourself and seeing if it's a game you might enjoy, because I am looking forward to down the road getting the actual full game and playing through it, as I do like the Souls-like games, and it looks really fun. Now, the next game we're going to talk about is one that I played a few weeks ago. I stopped playing it, and I'm back to playing it, as I do want to beat it, and it's a game called Mars Warlogs. It was created by Spiders, and it is a third-person action RPG, kind of a little janky combat and stuff, so let's take a look at that. Hey guys, we're taking another look at Mars Warlogs, which is an awesome third-person action RPG created by that small development team Spiders. Some of the other games they have made is Greedfall, which I really like if you guys have played that. And this is also a part of the Technomancer series, which they actually created a game, the Technomancer, that is still part of the same universe that Mars Warlogs is part of. And I was reading that the Technomancer game actually takes place before this game, but this game came out first. Definitely an interesting game I think you guys should check out. Now, sadly, this is a Xbox Live Arcade title, so it's not a physical release. It was digital only. PC had a physical release, but for Xbox 360 it was digital only. And it has been reduced to only $4.99, but I was actually able to get it for like $1.60 with tax because there was a sale going on the Microsoft Marketplace at the time, and I had no idea anything about this game. I just was looking through the sales and saw this game came up, took a little look at it. I'm like, you know, for $2 I might as well try it out because I do like Spider's other games, and it's an awesome action RPG. Pretty good graphics for a 360 game, and it's also backwards compatible on Xbox Series X and Xbox One consoles, so that's what I'm playing it here on my Xbox Series X. It's got fantastic music. They've got great voice acting. I like the character models. I'm really enjoying the game's story too. And I love the RPG elements here. I'm currently level 19. And the game's currency system is actually serum, which is water, because we're on Mars. And the basic story of this game is that there's different corporations on Mars who are fighting with each other as they're trying to control the limited supply of water that's on Mars. And so different people have joined up with the different factions fighting each other. And of course with that, you know, comes with the scumbags and the garbage people and then just regular people. There's also mutants in the game as well that are mutated, and how they get along with people. So this is a pretty interesting story. I do like the different stuff you can do for your character though, where you can get different weapons, but you can also upgrade your weapons with the different gear and stuff that you find throughout the world. You also can recycle stuff. You can wear different armors as well, and they give you different protection. You can level up, so you can see I can change his different armor. I just recently got this new leather armor. You also can get a crafting kit where you can craft stuff, because you have health packs that you can use to level up. But you also have mana that you can use, which they call fluid, and you can do different like mana attacks. As well as you have your XP bar down there, which you do level up for doing different quests and for killing enemies. Then you have your different feats that you can get as you unlock for your character. Like you can get experience of defeating enemies is up by 20%, and you earn these as you level up. Then you also have your attributes that tells you about your health and your fluid levels, how much defense you currently have, what your attack powers are, guard breaking, roll attacks and block, all that. And then you also have your various skills that you can unlock as a renegade, combat, or technomancy, that you can unlock as you beat the first chapter. You actually start unlocking your technomancer abilities, which is really cool. And then you have your warlog thing here, which keeps track of all your various quests. So you have your main quests, but then you have tons of side quests. Now, I've been using a online guide for this game. Because of the way the game is designed, you can actually kill off quests by exploring in the wrong order, and by doing the wrong things you can actually mess up quests. So I highly recommend, if you want to play through this game, to follow the guide exactly. I'll have a link posted as pinned at the top for you guys to follow along if you want to play through, to be able to do everything without messing up anything. There's multiple difficulty levels as well, and you can also be either a good person or you can be a bad person. There are moral choices in the game, whether you do good or bad. So you can be good, bad, or neutral. And then there's also, you know, your various achievements to unlock. You have your diary, which goes through the various story stuff and missions you're currently working on. All about your techniques for fighting if you want to learn. If you forget about any tutorial stuff, they keep it there. You also can learn about all the various random characters that you run into, read little bios about them, which is cool. And then the different locations tells you where you're on Mars. and you can get some lore and stuff into the story and the characters and stuff, so it's really cool to sit through there and look. And then you also have your map, which will tell you important stuff, and anything you see like in red, talks about different merchants you can interact with, because you can buy and sell stuff, but also tell you where your quests are. And it's not really like an open world game. There's like open world sections, so if you guys have played any other Spiders games, you'll understand the concept where you will be able to run around the maps in different like open world sections, but the whole world is not like big open world. And then that red will tell you like where to go to do some different quests. So maybe we can get into a fight here and show you guys some of the combat. It's got pretty good load times here on Xbox Series X. I'm sure it'd be a little slower on the actual 360, but for the Series X here, it does load pretty quickly. And you also can, when you beat enemies, you actually don't kill them, you just knock them down. But you also get a moral choice later in the game where you can actually drain the characters of their serum, which is the water from their bodies, which will kill them, but it'll get you extra money. And so you have to decide, what kind of person you want to be. Do you want to be a good guy, or do you want to be someone that's evil? And this is what some of the mutants look like, as you can see them. Now the map has changed. As you guys hear, like some of the voices.
Hi, what can I do for you?
What's the deal with this place? How did it become the hangout for all the addicts in Shadowlair?
Not all of them, really. But if I told you this part of the city used to be really happy and lively, well, that'd be a happy and lively pile of crap. I've been living here for 40 years now, and it's only ever been a slum. The slum, like everyone calls it. Even if none of the other parts of town are all that great either. Anyway, it still found a way to go downhill. People weren't real happy, that's for sure, but they at least didn't go getting all violent like that. They got sold a dream, and they were let down.
So you can go through and talk with various choices and stuff, and of course, when you're doing missions and stuff and quests, depending on how you interact with somebody, you could choose whether you want to fight the person or maybe you want to be more diplomatic. So your choices in talking to people can affect quests and people and how they view you. Alright, so let me pause it for a second, guys, and I'll get into combat so you guys can check it out.
I'll just search your body after I beat the shit out of you. I'm used to that.
Alright, found some combat for you guys. So we're gonna have a little bit like janky combat controls and stuff. But once you learn how to play, though, it does become pretty fun. Whenever you see it slow down like that, it's doing critical attacks, which I've unlocked on my weapon. And that's one of my Technomancer abilities that I can use as electric parts, but I also use a gun as well.
Right. What am I going to do with you?
So I just wanted to show you guys a little of the combat situation. And this is actually a story mission, so I don't want to ruin what happened, but you can make a choice here. So give me a second, we'll skip past this. And so you can make that choice there, like so you can see where people are knocked down. You can actually search their bodies, and you can sometimes find loot on them. And some enemies will respawn, so it's nice to sometimes circle through the maps and look for enemies that have respawned so that you can beat them up over and over and level your character up. But overall, you know, it's a fun game. I've been having a blast with it. I definitely think you guys should check it out. It does have that, as my buddy Joel would say, the Euro jank with the way the controls are, you know, since it was created by such a small dev team. But it is a pretty amazing game that I highly recommend, especially if you've played the Technomancer game or if you've played Greedfall. Spiders did a really good job with these old games, and especially being so cheap, highly recommend you guys buy Mars Warlogs. I'm looking forward to trying to either finish beating it this week or next week. I'm actually halfway through the game. There's 3 chapters, and I'm currently in the last quarter part of chapter 2, and then I'll eventually make it to chapter 3. Definitely recommend you guys follow that guide if you want to be able to do all the quests, the side quests and stuff. Follow the guide that I have posted as a comment. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this look at Mars Warlogs. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that look at Mars Warlogs. I'm having fun with that game. I'm very close to beating the end of Chapter 2, and then I'll start the final chapter, which is Chapter 3, and then I'll have that game beat. It's a really fun game. It's cheap. It's only like $5. I was able to get it actually under $2 when they had one of the sales that Microsoft does. I mean, all the time, if you look on the marketplace, you will see sales for it. I had no idea about the game at all. I never knew about it when it was out brand new. I just happened to see it as I was scrolling through the sale, and like, oh, this looks kind of cool. And I thought, you know, for $2, why not give it a try? And I'm really enjoying it. And then when I saw that it was from Spiders, I was even more intrigued because I do like their game, the Technomancer, and I like the Greedfall game they did. You know, they're a small development studio in Europe, and their games can be kind of janky at times. I know my buddy Joel mentioned, you know, Euro jank is what people kind of define them as, where they're kind of goofy and stuff at the time, but they are really good games that I definitely think you guys should check out. So definitely you guys should check out Mars Warlogs. It's really cheap. It's like $5. It's digitally only, sadly. It was released physically on PC, but as far as Xbox 360 goes, it is digital only. It is backwards compatible on the Xbox Series X, as you guys saw, and it really does help boost the graphics, and it helps with the performance and everything. Quick little recap, you know, we talked about that Wolong Fallen Dynasty demo. It's really fun action RPG, you know, it's Souls-like. It's very, very difficult. It has the respawning enemies and stuff. Definitely not an easy game, but it's one I think you guys should check out since it is a demo. The demo will only run through the end of March 28th, though, however, and then the demo will be gone. And it has to be an online demo, so you have to be online to play it. But it is worth checking out if you're into those kind of games and you like the setting in like the ancient Chinese area, like during the Three Kingdoms era, where you have the Wu, Shu, and Wei fighting each other and the yellow turbans and stuff. I thought that was kind of interesting to take that setting, but then add in demons and stuff to it, and mythological creatures and magic and stuff is what this game does. And it does seem like it's got a pretty interesting story. And it is one I'd like to eventually play when I do get the full game. And then, of course, we talked about Mars Warlogs, an interesting little janky RPG created by Spiders, small team. You know, it's not the best game in the world, but it is definitely one I think you guys should check out. And it's one I'm looking forward to beating here. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the games I shared with you today. Also, let me know about the games you're currently playing. And if you have a suggestion on a game you think I should check out, let me know, as I'm always looking forward to a new game to play and check out. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care. You guys have an amazing day. And Sleepy, we'll see you next time.